Yesterday, on November 18th, the Yebras, or more commonly known as the frozen yellow Yeezys, released. Now, I made a how to cop guide on these shoes, and hopefully some of you guys took my words on it, because I made a how to cop guide on the human races, but I took an L on those. I'm sorry, guys, but I tried to use a credit card that I didn't pay the bill with. Kind of messed me up, but, I was determined this time, and I think I have you guys to thank for it. I really do, because if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be trying as hard. I tried really hard for this release, and I succeeded. I tried all the methods that I listed, and I really hope that some of you guys took a W. So comment down below. Did you take a W, or did you take an L? And now, be honest. Don't comment down below. I got 3 pairs. I got the Dornbeckers. I got everything. Come on. Let's just be honest. This was a really hard release, and if you didn't cop, it is completely okay. I myself thought that I wasn't going to cop. On Adidas, I had 7 devices. I couldn't get in on one of them. I even used long-term evolution on two of the devices, which were mobile devices. I had a VPN set up, and I still couldn't get in on Adidas. That just illustrates how limited these shoes were. However, on YEEZY Supply, I did manage to get in, and I managed to get myself a size 8, which I was extremely grateful for. I guess I got lucky at the times I was refreshing. I was one of the people, I guess, who got in there before YEEZY Mafia tweeted it was live. A lot of people were. If you were in there after YEEZY Mafia tweeted, it was probably too late. A lot of you might be wondering why I went for a size 8. I'm usually a 9.5, 10. Especially in Yeezys, V2s, they run tight. The reason I went for a size 8, when I went for the Zebra Yeezys, remember I got a size 10 right off the bat within the first 20-25 minutes. Then 2 hours later, I was still on Adidas. The only few sizes left were 7.5 to 8.5. So I figured, okay, so maybe there's a little more supply in that size range, but less demand. So I figured my best chances would be going for those sizes. So if you're solely getting these shoes to resale, which, look, a lot of us are, because in my opinion, they're not the nicest, especially with the gum sole. But look, I understand. Some of you guys like them, and that is completely cool. You like what you like, but a lot of us just got them to resell, so it doesn't really matter what size exactly we get. Obviously, some sizes go for more than others, but I always would go for 8, 7.5, 8.5 first, because those are going to be the ones that stay the longest. You'll have your best chances there. So I'm going to show you on screen my experience of trying to cop afterwards. Now, I managed to record myself checking out, but my hand was shaking a little too much, so I'm not going to be able to blur out all my personal information. Hopefully you guys can understand that. I mean, I really would love to show you me checking out, but I'll show you the email confirmation and all, obviously, so you don't think I'm lying. I would never lie to you guys. Come on. Right after I got that pair, I decided, hey, I'm going to keep trying. I'm going to try again. So on my other computers, which I was a little late on, I went for same sizes. I think the only size left were 5, 11, 13, something like that. So I went for a size 5. I figured maybe less people would go for those. So I waited in that ticking thing for quite a while, and when you wait in that line for more than 3 minutes, you probably took an L, and you should stop wasting your time. When I got in on YEEZY Supply, I believe it took me a minute and a half to get in, and once I got in, I was holding my phone in one hand, and I had autofill all set up. So all I had to do was type the letter K. It filled everything out for me. And then for the payment information, I don't like to use PayPal, especially on YEEZY Supply. On Adidas, look, this is a misconception. I feel like a lot of you guys didn't understand when I was trying to give this tip out. You can definitely use PayPal. PayPal is not a problem. You can use PayPal all you want on Adidas. In fact, it's a faster checkout. The only reason I don't use PayPal, you can only get one pair with PayPal. Meanwhile, with credit cards, if you ask me, it takes the same amount of time basically, but if you have multiple credit cards, you could get multiple pairs of shoes shipped to the same address. It doesn't really matter. But yeah, you could use PayPal for one, then use a credit card for one, use another credit card for one, and you're fine. But you can't try and use the same PayPal twice. You can make 2 different PayPal accounts, but you can only use the same PayPal once. So on YEEZY Supply, I checked out, filled out my credit card information. All I had to type in was my security information, and I believe I also had to, I think I might have had to do the expiration date. No, the expiration date was already filled out. All I had to type in was the security code. That was really quick. I already knew it off the top of my head. So I got the shoes, got the confirmation, and that was a huge relief. And then with the size 5, I went again, and it was loading for like 5 minutes, like a long time. Finally got in, and I said, sorry, this size is sold out. Another thing I wanted to bring up, a good way to get in on YEEZY Supply early. This is when I learned this tip actually from a streamer. If you don't know who CMD Kicks is, he's a fellow YouTuber. He makes very similar videos. I have a lot of respect for this guy. He's really on the grind, makes some great content out there. So, feel free to check him out too. He puts out some great how to cop guides. But he streamed, I think all night long. This man stayed up waiting for the YEEZY Supply drop. Unfortunately, for him, they dropped like they dropped at like 10:30, something like that. So it kind of sucks that he stayed up all night for nothing. But he did actually gain a ton of subscribers. People were donating to him in the chat. So if you ask me, it was probably still worth it. And I was watching a little bit of the stream, and it looked really fun. One of the biggest tips, though, that I found in there, someone in his stream actually commented, set a refreshing on YEEZY Supply, because you get this error on the thing when you keep doing that too much. Instead of refreshing, what you should do is set up a bookmark, show bookmarks, and then you could just keep clicking that, and that's how I got in. On one computer I was refreshing, the other one I was clicking the bookmark, and I got in on the bookmark like immediately, but when I was refreshing, I still wasn't getting in. I didn't really understand why that was the way it was working. When I was refreshing, it was a little delayed, but with the bookmark, I got in right away. So if you're going to be trying to cop on YEEZY Supply, which is a method I highly recommend, hey, set up that bookmark. It's not that hard. Just go into your settings. I use Chrome, so go into your settings, add bookmark, and then there's a thing that says show bookmark, something like that. Anyway, though, I hope CMD Kicks copped a pair. I'm very grateful that I copped a pair. This was an extremely hard release. I know that some of you guys didn't cop, and that's fine. The Beluga 2.0 is going to be it's going to be an easy release. I'm feeling pretty confident, especially with the blue tints as well. So if you didn't cop, no big deal. You could still cop next week. So again, hopefully CMD Kicks you copped, and Timeless to you as well. So, and I hope the rest of you guys had some luck. So, I guess that's it. So, unboxing video will be coming soon. Maybe I'll do it on foot. I'll try and squeeze into the size 8. I don't know. Maybe I'll do a review for them. Maybe a blindfolded unboxing. But if you happen to be new, make sure to hit that subscribe button. It's nice here. It's a nice atmosphere. It's peaceful.
Thank you! Thank you!
Leave a like. See you later.
And that problem is transport. It takes very, very long, because Kazakhstan is big. Throw transport down the well. Come on! So my country can be free. So my country can